Hello everyone, welcome back to EXOGATE. Hope you're having a great day today. I've gotten so many comments from people telling me that I've missed so many opportunities to reference Stargate SG-1, and I'm embarrassed, a little bit embarrassed, but I have to tell you, I have to inform you, I have never seen Stargate. I've never seen Stargate SG-1. It's just one of those shows that got around me. Just it didn't quite get there. Sorry about that. I will work on my personal problems on my own time. I will begin watching it so that I understand its glory, because clearly there's a pretty sizable fan base for that game, or for that show. Sorry, very good fan base for that show. It's very popular. Anyway, let's get into it. I got $241,000 and I'm making $221,000 a month, so I have a positive balance here of 100 grand. I have the ability with this money to expand my horizons, and that's what I intend to do. I don't need to do quite that much, you know. I can just do one at a time. One at a time is good. I am going to slowly increase the size of my power supply and move it. I'm going to slowly increase my operations out there. If I take a look at the map, I have now started a scientific mission here. This one said very high scientific potential, so this is a really good one. I have now ended this one since everything of interest was found, it said, and then I went ahead and disconnected it. It is still claimed, but it's kind of like a dead end here because it's sort of surrounded. Like I own all the planets, and that's good. Now we found their homeworld in the last video. This faction Unity, this homeworld here, okay? And there was a pop-up here when I tapped this that basically told me how this works. So I can send a diplomat, or a team that has a diplomat, to their homeworld to increase my relations with them, okay? And the better my relationship is, the less effective diplomatic missions are in raising it up. So that's something I can do to improve and make sure that I, can get around the possibility of war. Because there's a chance that these guys are going to want materials and stuff, right? I have gone and I could claim this one and really just lock them in. But even if they claim this, they can't get into this world that I'm, not connected to or anything, because there's this space here. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'd like to get in here though, because there's clearly something going on here with the alien encounter. Intelligent alien races are native to some worlds. Depending on their attitude towards the initiative after first contact, you will be able to study their culture or adapt a defensive military stance. Eventually, you can claim amicable safe harbors in these worlds, thus expanding your territory and gaining large sources of influence. That sounds neat. I'm going to be looking for opportunities to do that, but this one is kind of out of my reach unless I'm, able to take some of their stuff. Now, there's material here. Obviously, threats detected, very low gravity, I guess, is a threat. And then we have requirements for everything. Obviously, it's their territory, so I can't really do much there either. And I want to move up to this artifact as well. So let's go ahead and claim. Let's just connect to this one, and we're going to create a mission here. And we now see green. There is another faction here. Somebody else owns this. So now it becomes kind of necessary to get out there and explore this, right? So there's potentially an artifact out here. There's the science, medics, soldiers. I want to have a good balance of everybody here. Luke, what are you doing? You must deliver what they're carrying. Okay, you know what? You guys can go out and do this mission. Seems like it's gonna be pretty safe for you once you're done carrying whatever you're carrying. And then there's potentially some safe stuff over here too. Let's grab this. Oh, I don't have enough influence, right? It's red. 221, that's fine. Okay, so we'll get going on that too. But anyway, I've started another mission that way. Now we got a whole bunch of like pop-ups here. I just keep pausing it because they're moving around and changing all the time. But there's a lot of people that have a lot of needs, and I want to make sure that they're actually catering to them. So like this guy here, he's feeling really sleepy, but he's just standing there, not going to sleep, and it's just on and on and on and on, and it just keeps popping up, but he's not going to sleep. I wish default would, do that. But if I say this, adjust their behavior by using the behavior modes, this allows them to focus on work, training, or well-being, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna hit this and tell them to focus on it, but yet They're just kind of sitting there. They're not really doing anything. This is sped up time. So if they're really sleepy, they should be going to sleep, but they don't seem interested in that. I don't know if it's because they just don't have beds. It's not telling me they don't have beds. I guess it's possible that they don't have beds. So like I've been working on replacing the beds and everything, right? So if I was to delete, let's go ahead and delete this bed, delete this bed. I have lots of money now, right? So I don't want to go super crazy on spending it, but I have lots of money now. So let's go in and get a new sleeping arrangement for you here, 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 and here. Now that didn't really increase the number of beds, right? But we have this extra space though. So this increased the number of beds. I have now added 4 additional beds to this room. Hopefully that maybe they'll go to sleep now. I don't know. Like it's possible that they just don't have a bed assigned and it's not telling me that specifically. So hopefully that's the case. Oh, 05's got something here. Very confusing weather out here. Our equipment tells us everything's good, but it's not. We went from scorching heat to heavy rain, and now it's freezing. Mental health is suffering here. Something is controlling the weather? Malfunction in the gear? I don't think so. Someone or something is playing with the weather. And whatever it is, it's screwing with our scans. Well, we can set up the camp. Try to look into it. We have decent perception skills. Yeah, I mean, we're actually fairly well equipped for this. Analyze the weather changes. There must be a logical explanation. Let's use perception on this. We'll set up camp and take a look at it. As long as we don't get swept away by the giant wall of water, that should be fine. You didn't pack a surfboard? Yeah. Giant wall of water. Is that like is it a reference to well, I don't know if I think it's a reference to Interstellar at all, but giant wall of water coming at you, you know? Anyway, so patents for cold resistance are going to be good. We made 18,000 on Astral last month, and we still have a very positive balance here. Check out the patents really quickly. And textile sources we can make. We have 5 for that one, so we can go ahead and ping that. Get started writing those. That's nice. I've taken Woo off of a team. And I'm kind of doing this gradually, right? I want my really highly trained people to continue doing what they're really good at and not risk their lives. So Woo, for example, when he's going to be in here, and he's going to be doing all of this stuff for us without being on a team now. Okay, we scoured the area for 2 days, but we found it. A small machine with a long antenna. It's controlling the weather, no doubt about it. We're talking about an advanced geoengineering tool. Holy smokes. That could really help with climate change. Okay. Well, we need that. This must be an artifact. Right? It's no silver bullet, but it could be invaluable to study to help inform our climate change efforts on Earth. Perhaps we could tell the program to bring itself to a natural end, or maybe we just disconnect the power source. How about we schedule the program to end if it's possible? Knowledge and logic, we're pretty good on those things. Especially you. I mean, you're very good, Martin. Let's try that. Logic and knowledge. The interface is presented in an unknown language. It is written in an alien programming language too, of course. I hope it's logical. I'll need to guess at what these buttons do, but I can try. All right. You have to do something. Let's do it. I mean, as long as Martin's doing it, that's a pretty high chance if you're testing those 2 skills. They're both 9, so let's hope. Oh dear. It's just oh dear. Is that it? I mean, certainly there's like a follow-up to this. You're gonna call me soon, right? Yeah. That was a disaster, EXO. What happened to the weather machine? Oh, they succeeded. Critically succeeded, actually. Oh, nothing special. By messing with its programming, we accidentally created a cyclone. We're only still here because we were stood inside the eye. Oh, okay. Eventually, we managed to shut it off. Now we can take it home with us. So let's see what happened there. There's a lot of stuff that was going by. So we critically succeeded the test on knowledge and logic. That makes sense because she's a 9 on both of those things. Soldiers gaining a lot of experience. People losing some mental health here, but affinity's all increasing. A little mental health damage, but everyone's kind of affinity went up. So overall, a very good outcome for these guys. You can tell the story to your grandkids. Not before bedtime, that's for sure. Speaking of bedtime, I think it's time to come home. Cool. So another artifact of science is gathered. Very, very good. They can put it into our new library, which is now done. I was told, I don't know if these things are true, but sometimes this is a game that's been out for a while in early access, and I'm not touching it. I'm not experiencing it until it's full release, right? So I kind of tend to listen when people tell me things, whether you're right or wrong, I don't know. But people have said that the incomplete rooms are forcing people to also stress out. So I went in and just like completed them by filling in all the rest of the tiles. I don't know if that's actually a thing. We don't spend a whole lot of time in the power room, so I think that part's going to be fine. I say this, and now here's Patel walking around in the power room. Okay, maybe he does spend some time in the power room. Let's go like this. I'll back about that far, and then once they do that, I can move these machines back here, so they'll be behind 2 security doors now. Should help them considerably. Okay, so we've got some incoming going to happen here. We're going to want to designate a war zone here in a little bit. We have safe zones everywhere, so people should be okay for the most part. I want to make sure people can get their meals, and honestly, getting the better meals is definitely something I want to do. Premium meal dispensers, yes. I like it. Let's go ahead and grab those. I think the mental health stuff has got to be solved, because that's kind of like the only reason why I can't go on missions faster is because of mental health, and I want to solve that. We definitely need more power, which is why we're building this out. Let's really quick go in and move these so we keep them away from the baddies. There we go. And then we'll build 2 more to help with our power problems, and then we can go in and sell these tiles, and let's not have them anymore. Get some of the money back for that. I think probably we're going to have enough soldiers that having 4 of these is a good idea. So we'll get that going. And then I also think I want to get the shielded post. I think the shielded post would be actually really nice to have, but we'll have a 4th person. Nah, I think I'm good with this. This is like it's 3 people back by the door. So as they come through, it seems the soldiers don't react unless the enemy is directly in front of where they're looking. And they kind of sit post. They stand on their post and they look straight forward. So if I place the markers here, the enemies will walk all the way in, and there will be no shooting at them until they get directly in front of them. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe it's just the way it's designed, but I think I need a lot more equipment in here too. There's just a lot of people in here. So I'm going to have to get more going on with this arcade stuff too. I'm going to place a couple more arcade machines here and put another one here. Yeah, I want to give people more to do in this area, and maybe even getting more science dedicated towards these things would be good too. But ultimately, we just need more power, like that right there. Good. And then we're going to come over here, and now that we can afford it, we'll get another expedition going if we can. And once this research is done, we can get the premium meal dispensers, and that'll be huge, I think, for their mental health. We can get better meals for them. Okay, 4 days. 4 days. So the combat zone is going to be here. This will heading the combat zone here should force all my soldiers to come on over here. If you haven't left yet, not ready, we're going to put everything on hold. Okay, so that's a level 1 soldier off world. That's no big deal. This is that's not a mission with a soldier, so you can go. This isn't a mission with a soldier either, so you can go. When you're available to go, you can go. But I want all my soldiers in here. So we have quite a few soldiers compared to what we had last time. This is all right. So I'm going to put the war zone, I think, here, actually. We'll stop them right here. And then everybody else go to your nearest safe zone, please. So everybody go to a safe zone. All the rooms are safe zones, right? So, I mean, they don't have to travel super far to get to one, because pretty much all the rooms are safe zones. Pretty much, anyway. And then we'll go ahead and lock all the doors. So there we go. So we have all the doors locked, and the enemy will come on in here, and we will fight them. We will fight them with great enthusiasm. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 soldiers in here, all with assault rifles. I would like to get even more, but here we go. We're all shooting them. There we go. Man, that's some pretty good damage. I'm liking our performance, guys. Keep it up. There we go. Yes. Beautiful performance. Well done. Oh man, we did so well. Obviously we have some injuries to deal with, and I think we're gonna need more medics potentially. Let's honestly, the soldiers too. I think getting more soldiers would be a good idea too. Let's look at maybe getting 5 more soldiers on our payroll here. Spend 4,000 on that campaign, and I think let's get maybe 2 additional medics possibly. I can spend the minimum. Yeah, so absolute minimum, longest duration here to get more, just so I can have 3 to choose from, and we'll start that campaign as well. Because if we're going to be having a lot of soldiers and doing a lot of fighting, yeah. Also, we're getting additional raw ore now, and it's this maglum stuff. So maglum is right here, and I don't have any storages aside from these, so I think that's just kind of the only thing you can have is these storages. So I'm going to store 2 version of it. I've moved the foundry. You can see I've moved the room a little bit. And again, I don't know if the incomplete room thing really does affect them. I'm just kind of going by what I'm told at this point. But I have enough raw storage here. So there's plenty of boxes here. Anything with green is empty, essentially. So there's a little bit in here. So there's plenty. And yeah, so if it's the astral stuff, it's going to go this way. If it's the magnum stuff, it'll go this way. And materials, I've tested this. Materials will pass through storages that are not correct to get to the ones that are. So in other words, it will travel through these. If I put astral on this side, it would travel through these to get over here. But I would want something on this corner, though. It makes it a little tricky. Is on this corner, right? You kind of can't turn it very well because of the way these things are designed. So at this point, I would do this. And then that would allow me to place it on this side, on the side of the wall here. I'm just not sure whether or not I'm going to make the room deeper. I might have to. This guy's feeling sleepy. I really don't know why we're not going to bed. You have a bed, okay? You have beds. I know you've got beds. All right, now what I don't know whether or not are these beds, and you can see we have plenty of them because like these are all the lockers that are available now. I can just sell all these. There's so many lockers available right now. This is a faster way to do this. Yeah. I clicked on the guy. At least it didn't sell him. All right. And then we can go ahead and move the lockers. Just move them this way. I feel like these are going to get reassigned now that I've moved them. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to do this instead. And then on this wall, we will go ahead and make new beds that have the lockers as well. There you go. All right. We have 3 artifacts in storage. Let's go ahead and take a look at them really quick here. Now, faction leader contact. You can contact another faction's leader directly from the faction list once you've already met. This allows you to discuss conflict, trade, and even treaties. We also have 2 science artifacts. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So bonus scientific theories developed have 40% chance of being better quality. We get a bonus 20% when all artifacts are done. So I was told that these are you get partial effects from these 2. It's not just you have to get them all and then get an effect. So in theory, we're getting 20%, 40%, which is why it says 40% there. This one would say we are getting 20 because we only have 1, right? And so it's 20, 40, 60, 80. And then if you have all of them, then you get a bonus 20. Essentially, it is. So 100% on science. So I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. We probably could look at getting diplomats next, which is right here. And that's to get, alien relations up and everything. I think probably contacting them before we have a diplomat may not be the best call. We'll see. Let me go ahead really quick and get my operations going again. I want to get another science team to go out and do things too. I would really like to get another science team, which requires me to have more scientists, unfortunately. So we're going to go in and do, as low wages as I can possibly give them. I'll spend a lot here though, because if I can get 5 scientists for under 3 grand, that's awesome. So I'll spend the 20 grand if I can get 5 scientists under that amount of money. I think that's worth it. I just have to make sure I keep going with this. We're up, we're profiting 120 a month right now, which is great. We don't actually have any here that's, got 5 of them. So yeah, keep going on missions and stuff. Keep getting out there and claiming areas. It's going to be a good thing. Right here, we can connect here. Let's create a mission to this one. We'll send... yeah, it should be a medium div. We'll send this team to that one. And let's connect here. And, oh, right there, we can see another faction potentially right here. And there's an artifact on that one too. So we're meeting two different factions at the same time here. I'm not sure I want to do that right away. I can connect here, but if I just disconnect, will he leave me alone? Will he just go away? Let me disconnect from this one really quick. I mean, I've already been there, but it is what it is now. Like, there's two here. There's an alien thing here too. I don't know if that's actually claimed. This one's not claimed. I simply need the suits. I need to figure out how to make these suits. You know what? Screw it. Let's do a mission here. We'll do it. We'll send... let's send one with a soldier. We'll send 08. You already have a mission initiated, so let's go with 3. 3's not in this list either, so they won't show up in this list as accepted. Like, I can't click them if they're already going on these missions. So we will send... I think we'll send 3. There's 2 medics on board here. So injury chance is pretty high. I feel like maybe I should send a soldier instead. Let's take Josh Lee out. And we'll put Sewers in here because... Ooh, now it's a really high chance of... Whoa. That's interesting. Is it because she's not a very good soldier? If I send Sachdev there instead, yeah, okay. That actually helps considerably. Wow. All right, we'll send that. It is close to enemy territory too. I want to put a soldier out there just in case. Okay, lots and lots of people requiring service here. What's going on? Needs diagnosis by a medic at their desk. So is this what's the problem? Like, Gomez is just not doing anything here? Is he on a team? Let's make sure we're doing this. It makes more sense, right? I mean, I think I've had that comment too. It makes a lot more sense to have medics that are not on teams be here, like a permanent thing. So we'll send Jay Lee as our surgeon as well. So the 2 doctors that are here, it's going to be... They're going to be dedicated to these things. And then I think we're going to go to make this even faster. Ooh, I don't have the power. Hang on. Gotta make sure I have power. Let's go ahead and add additional supply to our power grid there. If people we can bring in additional medics, right? Yeah. So yeah, 2,400, 2,700. So let's hire you. 2,400, you 2,400. We'll hold off on that third one. It's fine. Soldiers, 2,400. Everybody else is 2,700. So we'll take the French. Don't let me down. All right, no retreating allowed. And yeah, we'll take Madison here too. Okay, and then scientist is done in 6 days. We have to watch our budget. Make sure we're not going over it. Still 107,000. I just don't know what's going on here. Neek's diagnosing in a pod. So like, they're just having a bad, feeling hungry. They're not going and getting their food. This still isn't done yet either. Let's add another table. I need to make the room bigger, don't I? The teams don't seem interested in, you know, fulfilling the tasks they need for their own well-being here. Why don't we... I could probably put a door in there, but they already have a door. Need to open that up a little bit. And then we'll get some power resources added here. I'm just adding them where I'm able to. All right, now. So yeah, we're still up over 100,000. Scholars are going to be easier to get here, and we actually have quite a few patents in the new bonus category, so that's neat. And I don't have anything else with 5 at the moment, so we'll just hold off on it. But yeah, now I should have enough to go ahead and add a new surgery table. There we go. And then we have the diagnosis thing, which I think I'm going to add another diagnosis pod as well. And I'm going to put it back here. Oh, I can put it right here. That actually looks neater. Looks better, doesn't it? Like this on this side. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. I think we made a discovery here, which could have changed the world. There's a fruit that lets you grow wings and fly. I wish, but no. Basically, we saw a strange reflection. and wound up in a field full of apple-like trees. An exo orchard, if you will. Didn't we already see this one? I feel like I've heard this one before. Agriculture, we already have that. But do our apples reflect back at us like a mirror? How would that have changed the world? Aha! We have a hypothesis, but we'd like to do a little bit more research first before we stake our reputations on it. Okay, we'll set up a lab for fruits and trees, I guess. Will do. I have a feeling you won't be disappointed. All right, cool. I guess. All right, so this surgery area will be for... We want a medic that doesn't have any job. So Gomez, are you already on one? I feel like I already signed you. Jay Lee, did I assign you already? I think it's Lee and Clark. So we'll put Gomez on this one. Lee and Clark, right? Yeah, okay. So you guys are both on those. Perfect. So we have a way to treat more things at a time. Hopefully now that'll flow better and, you know, they can get treated faster because, damn, that's taking forever. I don't want it to take so long, man. Should we get more? I mean, they seem to like dancing. Let me get more dancing in here. I need to go one more level in because of that dual-sided access thing that they have. Have to be able to access it from both sides nonsense. Just move this over really quick. Okay. Maybe slide this over too. Just trying to as much space as possible away from whoever the jerks are coming to get them, right? All right, 08, what's up? I was right about the world-changing discovery. Well, if it was made 50 years ago, at least. How right? They're filled with water, aren't they? I feel like we've already seen this one. Maybe I saw it in my testing, and that's why I remember it. As in, say bye-bye to water shortages. Yeah, we found them back then, of course. The trees are quite similar to Musa, banana trees. The fruits are filled with bursting with fresh water. Wow, a new water source. Apparently, we failed a knowledge test. Crazy. I mean, Johnson failed the knowledge test and a logic test. Look how high that skill is. Wild. Bingo. Go on. What about the trees themselves? Oh, they look... Oh, sorry. Although they look like apples, we think they're actually more like giant berries, full of drinkable water. They're covered in a soft, transparent peel. That's why they're reflecting so clearly. This rots away over time, clouding the water inside. What about the trees themselves? We think they're drawing water up through the roots, not only to nourish themselves, but to fill the fruits as well. Fill your canteens, it's harvest time. We did not do that, unfortunately. Damn. Done. It tastes incredibly sweet, like passion fruit and a hint of honey. This should keep me going for the rest of the mission. There's also something else. Go on. Adams is wanted to go on record to say that they aren't happy that we stole this drinking water. I mean, we may have disturbed the ecology a little, but we've barely left a trace. If the people that planted these trees ever come back, there's still plenty for them, not to mention any native fauna that might need to drink. My thoughts exactly. And that's going to hit his mental health a little bit because I didn't agree with him. Yeah, I feel like this is deja vu here, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, that's our problem. Keep exploring. All right, there we go. Yeah, so lots and lots of people are just having real bad mental times here. We're going to keep people here for a little while, not send them out on anything yet. Scientists. Okay. So we can have a whole bunch more scientists we want. So let's start at the 2400. And I guess we'll take pretty much everybody here, right? I want to make new teams so I can go off and do things. Yeah, so we're going to make a couple more teams. Let's do this as the gray team. It'll be very boring. We'll put this little E on it. Sure, there's a gray E. For team 10, though. Ooh, team 10? It's got to have something better than that, right? Team 10. How about this one? Fine. Create this team. And team 10, you'll be kind of a newbie team, but need to kind of mix and match you with some people who know what they're doing, though. So why don't we grab... tell you what I was gonna maybe take the rookies and replace the ones that are with experience. Like Kelly here is in a real bad shape, right? So maybe we go up the list and you have Simon Jackson. He's at level 6, right? This is 5 and 4. These are in good, decent company here. These diagnoses. We could take Johnson out of the engineering team. Oh, they're on a mission right now. Oh, never mind. Let's take Anyone else? Like Ryan Adams is a medic. Yeah, I don't really want to remove a medic right now. We can take Anderson out. This will just be no soldier, but they're already on a mission. Let's come back up here. Find people that are not on a mission already. No assignment. I like it. Okay. Everybody that doesn't have an assignment is either not on a team or not. Like, these guys are initiated already. I guess I can't really replace them with anyone, can I? Not really. Okay, we'll just make a new team then. It's fine. So we'll take, let's say, Richter. You can be on this. We'll take Sewers. She can be on this. And that, I think that took her off of a team, right? I think I remember her name. No, didn't do that. Okay. And then we'll take somebody else. Maybe Wagner can go. Level 1 soldier there. So that can be X10. Okay. And then I want to set them up with a planet to do things with, right? So we have that one already. This one has low potential. We don't really know the potentials of most of these worlds, but, you know, some of them, like medium for this one. So we could maybe go into that one. See what else we can see. This one's high. We could go into this one. Let's claim this. Sign up a scientific mission for 10. It says it's going to be expert difficulty here for this guys, though. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Injury chance is 56%. Well, you go and get your trial by fire then. Get out there and make it happen, team. Yeah? And then we'll set up another one here too, because we can. Because I can set up another team as well. So one more team. This one will be just like, I guess we'll go back to blue. And we'll give it like a, I don't know which one we've already used. Let's go with this one. And for this team, we'll send, we're not gonna, Woo's gonna stay in the base now. He's experienced. He's like the guy. I'm gonna even say so far as to say that Woo is like second in command. Obviously, I'm number one, clearly. You can go on this. I want all the level 1s. I don't think it'll work to have all the level 1s, but if we can find something that has a lower difficulty, that'd be cool. So we'll take all the level 1s that we can find. I guess we'll do all 3 science. Yeah, all 3 science on this one. And then when they build this, should be any second now. Let's also get, well, I can't get any more bots. I'll have to look at that. Once this is done, there we go. Let's go ahead and assign a planet. And we're going to go find something that's a little easier for them. So this one right, what was it here? This is level 4. Isn't there a closer one? This one's already claimed. Yeah, like this one here is level 2. I can set up a scientific expedition for this one. Team 11 can go do this one. I like it. Every 11 days is cool for me. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Okay, so we'll go off and do these expeditions. Let these guys just kind of go off and do their own thing. All the newbies can do that. And let's go ahead and just keep replacing these beds with the good ones. Yes, like that. I'm also going to start a row here, here, and here because we got new recruits and everything. So we want to make sure they have beds. And since they'll have their own, you know, lockers built into there too, that's good. And all these lockers can now go away. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Then we'll leave that one for now, I guess. That's a special locker. They got some graffiti written on that. It's memories. I got to make sure I keep it. All right, premium meals. That's what we want now. Premium meals. Let's get rid of this thing. And we will go in and add at least 2 for now. Make sure they're up and stocked and loaded, and then we'll replace the others. Also looks like I'm going to have to slide it over just a little bit because it's not going to match up. I want to have 4 of these premium ones just stocked up and ready to go at all times. So wait till those orders are in, and they'll be ready to rock. Now, on the other hand, we want to get more resources, too. So, like, I have the Magdala, or whatever it's called, Maglum. And I feel like I'm going to be able to build something with that. I just don't know what it is. Like, this is right here. So, Maglum can be building exosuits. We can build body armor out of Maglum. Right? So, this resource is good for us to build things that we want to build. And body armor sounds really nice to have. So we're going to save the Maglum, and we're going to keep bringing it in and keep going with this. We're basically full on it right now. So why don't we real quick come over, and I'm actually going to add additional magnum storage like that. And it looks like we're going to be low on power, so we'll go ahead and add that too. So I'm building a lot of things. I'm buying a lot of things. We're building a lot of things. It's going to be okay. We're going to get everything working out here. Right, like that. Get that done too. And we're going to also want eventually another one of these artifact storages. Let's take a look at our science really quick. We have 473 points. I'm tempted to go alien affairs because I really want to start that diplomatic thing. But allows gators to store exosuits and equipment. I want to unlock building that stuff. Speed is okay. Efficiency is okay. Increases foundry efficiency by 10% to produce more material from raw ore by filtering greater impurities. Okay, let's not waste the ore we have. Let's do that. 273. Can I really want to build these turrets. Oh, I would love to have those turrets. Advanced weaponry. I want to be able to build the body armor. So what do I have to do to get the body armor? I figured it'd be in the armory, but I don't see it. Maybe it's just this. Just store exosuits and equipment, but I don't know. Does it say my mouse over top of that? Does it say what I need in order to unlock it? Because I have the resources right now. I could click this, but it won't let me click it. So it's clearly locked, right? So, oh, right there. Nope, that's not what I wanted to know. I wanted to know how to unlock it. It's got to be in the science menu somewhere here. Actually, it's probably just my typical not reading self. So armory also branches off. We've got exosuit upgrades, and then we have equipment, and it's probably right here. So I think I have to hit armory and get to the armory before I can even look at the other node that has those things. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. We have 5 for energy source, so let's go ahead and do that. Just get 5 writing there. There we go. We're not swimming in money as much anymore, right? We're not positive like over 100 grand anymore, but we definitely have a positive balance. And I really should look to save money a little bit here too. I really should look to save money. Let's go ahead and order another one of these. Okay, so we have premium meals in here now, and hopefully people will choose to get those. Yep, help their mental health. Yep, definitely. This room is incomplete, quote unquote. So let's make it complete again. And then like I said, I gotta not spend money like crazy. I just want to make sure I'm giving people everything they want, you know. Give them another dance place as well. There's just so many icons up here, and I'd really like to know how to do it. It's all diagnosis stuff, right? Needs diagnosis by a medic at their desk. Needs diagnosis in a pod. They're just not going to get the diagnosis. Like there's pods available. They're right here. There's pods available. They're just not going to the pod. So I don't know how to make them go to the pod. That part's really weird. You know, like how do I get them to walk to the pod? They're just standing in here saying, I need a pod. How do I get them to go to the pod? Like I know he's got no team. I get it. Physical conditions, perform surgery. I mean, all these things are checked on. Training priorities. Okay. I mean, that's actually cool. I didn't know that existed. This is all new to me. I'd never clicked a gator and looked into this little area before. Gators interact with one another and develop friendships or affinity or not. The main impact of affinity is to give a bonus or penalty to XP gained during missions and events based on the affinity between team members. Yeah, so partner them up with people who they have a really good affinity with, right? Yeah. Which I have not been paying attention to at all. So this is how I would equip this person if we had advanced body armor and stuff. But like, there's nothing about any of this that screams, hey, you're missing something to get diagnosed. You're just not going to the medic is what you're doing. You know, you're just choosing not to go. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you have to be a certain distance away from it. I don't know. This is really weird. I'm going to go here with this and then slide this over so they have access from the other side. This is identical. Yeah, the monitor's on that side. Monitors on that. And this is an identical situation right here. So like there's nothing different about this. They should absolutely just go into the pod and get diagnosed. But they're standing in here instead. All of them are. They're just standing here. I don't know what that's about. Do you know why they're doing this? I think I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to reboot the game and everything. But if you know what's going on here, if you know I'm missing something, needs diagnosis in a pod. Like, they're just not going to the pods. I have 3 pods. Only one of them is being consistently used. I'm not sure why the others are not being used. If you know why, let me know in the comments, okay? That's kind of not the ending I wanted, but I don't want to let this drag on and have them... I mean, I'm going to start losing. If they don't do their job, I'm going to start losing, right? So thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully I get your feedback in the comments. Bye-bye.